Hello, my name is Tabby, and welcome back to the Krusty Krab. I have the Sunday Scaries, and I thought, let's choose not to do that. Let's not have the Sunday Scaries. Oh, yes. And let's just forget about things happening in the world for a little bit. Don't need to think about that. Nah. Don't need to think about upcoming deadlines or any of that. Well, I mean, who needs that, you know? Who needs that? I don't. I feel like I always get into heavy topics with Powerwash Simulator. But, we can. I say to myself as I'm talking to myself. We can if we want to. And that's okay. All these little bits in the back here. They're always a challenge. Oh, I got this shirt. It's a lemon. I thought it was a pineapple. I want to become more like SpongeBob. That's my goal in life. Just be a goofy goober. Oh, but I got it at a charity shop. And I got I don't know, you probably can't see it, but it's a kitty hair clip at the charity shop too. It wasn't thrift store for US kids, of which I am also a US kid. So I've just assimilated to the UK, and that's how things are now. Yeah. But I was so excited to get my kitty hair clip with my buddy yesterday, and also to get the shirt. But it's a lemon. It's not a pineapple, but it's yellow, so it's on theme. And you know, the effort is really what matters, right? Oh, that stuff is way up there. Okay. Oh no, must go. I was trying to think of more ocean facts after last time. And I remembered I took a whole ass piracy course in college. It's not exactly like marine biology or anything. This is not gonna help me in the least. I need a bigger thing. Let's run. Yes, run. Are you gonna fold out to be bigger? You will fold out to be bigger. Excellent. Oh, please. Yes. So, did you know the first recorded instance of piracy was from 200 BC in China along the rivers? Fun fact. And it was pretty cool, all the stuff that they would use as weaponry and artillery. They would take things from the ship that, you know, if they ran out of cannons and whatnot, they would load the cannons with silverware and whatever else that was vaguely metal or might hit a ship. Also, fun fact, a good pirate doesn't sink the ship. You have to keep the ship afloat that you're trying to commandeer so that you can get the goods therein. That's what a good pirate does. Also, some of the first recorded bombs. Oh gosh, am I gonna get flagged for saying the B word? Oh no. Probably not, right? It's probably fine. Anyways, some of the first recorded bombs were from pirates. Now, if there's a historian out there who wants to be like, nah, you're full of crap, probably, you know, and I accept that. But this is what I remember from my class many moons ago. Anyways, so they had glass, and inside of the glass, they would have, you know, some sort of accelerant and sometimes other things in there. And yeah, they just light the wick on fire and throw it, and that was your first little, was our first little first gen bomb. Isn't that neat? It's also cool, there are collective works of pirates. I'm reading a collected work of pirates right now. Couldn't remember, couldn't tell you what it's called. I have forgotten. Are these all clean? I'm like talking and not paying attention. Something down there is not good. What is that? Flag rope. Flag rope is unclean. Yeah, but I like reading the words of pirates or privateers, or, you know, people who were out for adventure back in like 1700s. It's just so interesting to hear how they would describe things. Like, for instance, there was this one pirate, I think it was a French pirate, who was talking about how they had landed on this island, and there were these creatures that they were like vampires, and they would suck your blood, and they would take out whole fleets, whole navies of sailors, and they would fly around, and just, they didn't know what to do or how to stop them. And have you guessed what the creature is that they were describing? It's a mosquito. A mosquito was taking people out. And like, yeah, you would kind of describe it as like sort of a vampire creature, wouldn't you? This is ineffective. This is ineffective, and oh my gosh, look at that bubble. That is and it's just clipping right through the staircase. Okay. Yay. I like this game. I don't care. I don't care that I'm like late 30s playing this game. It's fine. You know, sometimes it's okay to regress. Oh, so satisfying. Yes. What are we working with still? Oh, yes. Yeah, oh, that's a good one. Little swirly-doo? Yeah, that's good. Swirly-doo. But yeah, I just find that super interesting. And if you don't know the origin of the nickname Limeys, that's also where it comes from. It's around that time, during the pirate ages, and you would have, I'm not gonna remember anyone historic's name. Listen, I would forget my own name if people didn't constantly ask. Anyways, this Commodore, someone high up, was fighting pirates, and his fleets were getting taken out by scurvy, and scurvy is horrifying. You know, it's not just like you get a little sick or something. It has something to do, and I'm again talking out of my ass a bit, but like, it has something to do with collagen. It interferes with collagen as well, the lacking vitamin C, and so you get scurvy. So what happens is all of your, it's not just that you get an injury and you're not going to be able to heal from it, which is also true, but all of your wounds, all of your scars open up because they're not being maintained with whatever process it is with collagen. So could you imagine, like, all of the little cuts and scrapes that you've ever gotten that you have teeny little scars for just open up because you don't have citrus, you don't have vitamin C, you don't have fruit. No, I actually don't know. No, I'm not a human doctor, so I don't feel as bad. I know that guinea pigs have an absolute requirement for vitamin C, and that's all I need to know. So I couldn't tell you all the fruits and veg that contain an adequate amount of vitamin C for humans. But this Commodore, this leader of navies, discovered that for some reason, whenever his guys would have like grog with lime or lemons in it, they wouldn't get scurvy. And when you were out on sea, at the sea, you know, you had very limited cargo, because you got to think about all the personnel, you got to think about all the food, any artillery, ammunitions that you have in there for protection, gunpowder, all that stuff. And it's got to last for months and months, because you don't know sometimes when you're going to port next. So you don't, and if those people are going to be friendly, if there's been a storm recently, if, you know, they're going to have stores to be able to trade goods for. So you also have to have goods to be able to trade. But anyways, so space was limited, but this guy discovered, yeah, if you just put some limes and lemons and the grog, which would also keep, the alcohol would also keep on the ship for a long time in these barrels, they didn't get scurvy anymore, which was great for them and helped them win many a battle. That reminds me of George Washington too. This is also like funky medicine, where George Washington had what was it? Smallpox lesions that he would, I say he, I don't think he did this personally, maybe. What over here is still dirty? The rim. Got it. Nailed it. He took smallpox lesions, right? And he cut into his... We're going to do something new now, because the little bits are annoying to me. And I will take care of those behind the scenes. Yes. Focus. Yes. So, George Washington. He would make an incision, or his surgeons would make an incision, excuse me, in his guy's arms, and they would put in the little smallpox lesion, and that was rudimentary vaccination back in the day. That worked. Smallpox was taking out a lot of the army. Fun fact as well, George Washington also tried this with genital warts, but instead of making an incision into the skin for the genital warts, which I believe were coming off of the casualties from the battlefield, they put them in the soup. Yes, they put the genital warts in the soup, and apparently people didn't notice because it was just as if there were raisins in there, which I suppose were a common thing to find in your soup. Why not? You know, a little flavor, little sweetness. I'm glad that we've arrived at this today. This was the important stuff that we really needed to talk about. There's nothing we need to talk about, really. There's not. Oh, gonna vomit. Okay, no. Oh, look at the crusty crab. Do you think when they were marketing the Krusty Krab that they got a little nervous because there might be 3 Ks instead of 2? Makes you think. Mr. Krabs ever wear white? I don't think so. 'Cause that's not what you want. Alley-oop. Nope. We did not alley-oop. We allied and then didn't oop. Okay. Oh, look at the scene. It's so pretty. It's all waving. So chill. You hardly even remember that it's Sunday night and you have to do a billion things this week. It's fine, you know? Don't even... Patrick! What's covered in dirt has 1 round leg and likes hopping a lot. Is it a peg leg? Is this gonna be a peg leg joke? Because whatever it is, it just left. Oh, I love Patrick so much. So, what even kind of joke is that? Is that like, what is his humor style? It's like existential. Okay. Oh, see, I see we've been hindered by the roof. That's what we're gonna say. We're gonna say that I was hindered by the roof in my jump. Oh, I did learn. So I started playing Animal Well, and I said at some point in there that I think starfish are, wow, I think starfish are predators, and they are. They eat a lot of shelled things, like mussels, apparently. And they don't have a mouth per se, but they just vomit up their stomach, their little rudimentary stomach, and erode these creatures from the outside. Isn't that fun? I wonder if Patrick has ever vomited his insides. I feel like there has probably been a nod to that went over my head at the time. Probably. Okay, this time. Nailed it. Oh, that's so nice. I love, look at this. It's like watercolor. You got all the layers. Wow, that's just lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh, and his daughter's Pearl, right? So, Pearl the whale. Have we ever seen Pearl's mother? So we're a crab, and or are we adopted? Maybe, or is this like a lich scenario with Adventure Time and oh? You know what I'm talking about. Adventure Time, the lich baby that Tree Trunks and what's his name adopted. You know what I'm saying. Don't pretend like you don't. Oh, right. Yes. Oh, look at all that. Oh, yeah, look at the ocean, the top of the ocean. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. Would you live in a pineapple under the sea? Would you do it? If you could breathe and whatever you wanted under there? Would you live in a commune with your friends under the sea? I got worried about this shirt too because I was like, oh, pineapple, you know, because you know what pineapple means in today's society. That's right, it means you're a swinger. I don't think I'm that. I mean, I feel like you gotta have a partner first to be a swinger. That seems like a requirement. Well, no, not necessarily. But, yeah. Yes. But I have been approached, historically, I have been approached by couples. And, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. In other news, we're changing the subject immediately. How did we get here? How did you let this happen? The grief has been going well. It's yeah. I had time off to grieve my kitty, and it was luxurious. I got a little cheap espresso machine, and just oh, there we go. Yeah, it was just nice. I allowed myself to feel my grief. Oh, and it's funny, like there's so many little touch points throughout the day where you can decide, like, am I gonna cry right now? Do I want to think about this? And yeah, I just did. I just kept the door open, and whenever that needs to happen, I think at school it's come up a couple times. Like there would be some lectures where there were kind of long days, and I had a pet cam, and I would just have Pickle on the camera during the lecture, just kind of in the corner, and that was nice to see her, because I had it set up to where she liked to sleep, and so just seeing her little like adjustments, and like, oh, she hears something outside and all that. And so I was sitting in lecture the other day, and just I didn't have that anymore. And so that was a moment when I couldn't keep the door open on that. I had to kind of stuff it down right there. Even though pretty much everyone there has lost a pet and would probably understand, it's just I wanted to wait, and I came home, and I have her ashes in a really pretty wooden urn that was sculpted to look like a cat, and it's beautiful. And I have her on her favorite bed. Still, I have a bunch of stuff that I need to donate. It's just, you gotta coordinate those things, then getting around to it, and then just kind of emotionally preparing to do that. I spoiled this cat so much. She has like a whole bathroom full of stuff. So it makes me kind of happy that, looking back on that I was able to give her that in life, but also, kind of sad. What got me the other day? She had a little cabinet where I'd keep her food, and I opened up the cabinet the other day and smelled her food, and kind of the smell kind of lingered in there, and that got me. It's the senses, I got some new soaps and stuff, just to kind of have a different sensory experience in general. I feel like, too, in saying this and in admitting that I'm a cat lady, people, I think, judge because they think, oh, your house must smell like cat pee, and that is absolutely not allowed in my house. I don't have a cat now anymore, so first of all, that would be mighty weird. Could you imagine someone like next level cat lady who like bottled the pee or something and just like sprays it around or mists it on themselves? Or cat person, doesn't have to be a lady. That is next level, and I don't think I'll ever reach that level. I don't think I aspire to that level. But no. So and for anyone who's struggling with litter box smell, let me help you. First of all, the best litter, and this is super controversial. This is so controversial for me to be saying right now. Oh my gosh. But out of all of the litters I've tried, and there's the sustainable kind, there's the wooden kind, like the wooden pellets, there's non-clumping, there's all kinds. People have tried sand. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's environmental issues and issues with the sand. Unless you found a way to work around that, All of this is unless, right? Unless you have evidence-based blah 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 reasoning, right? And also don't take my advice. I'm just a student. I'm not a doctor. Anyway, the best litter is clumping clay litter. That will help prevent, if you're a multi-cat household, that will help prevent transmission of disease. And also, it helps with removing the urine because it clumps instead of like all of the other forms where it's non-clumping or the wooden, like it sinks to the bottom and it kind of disintegrates the little wooden pellets. Stinky. Stinky. And then the scented litter stuff, I don't think that's, I don't know. I think that's a bit much. I don't know as if that's good for their little respiratory systems. I don't know. And this is just me guessing. But yeah, clumping litter, scoop it every day. Because with my first kitty, when we were learning how to do kitties, we didn't do that. And then another pro tip, you gotta build up the trust to be able to trim the claws. Trim their nails. Oh, SpongeBob. Patrick, you're a genius. Those dirt circles on the chum bucket are exactly the same as those left on our houses at Conch Street. Is Patrick a genius? I'll bet Patrick is a genius. He isn't. Let's investigate. You can't go around being a big dirt heaving hopper without someone seeing something. Dirt heaving hopper. That's amazing. What the crap was I saying? Oh yeah. So here's what you do, right? You build up the trust to be able to trim the nails, which we can talk about building trust and all that in another thing, because that's a whole other thing. But you trim the nails. You trim them. For Pickle, she didn't grow hers out super long all the time. It was maybe like once every 3 or 4 weeks. And just be real careful when you do that and use the right tools and look at a few videos, because a good way to get the trust to go away is to cut the quick. But a trick for that too is, instead of like clipping like where you think you should clip, go down and apply pressure. And if there's no pain reaction, like they're trying to really pull their paw away or they're vocalizing or something like that, it's probably okay to snip there, as long as it's not on the pink part of the quick. It's tricky if their nails are darker, because you may not be able to see, or if their nails are way long and the quick is long. Just start with tiny little bits. Anyways, that part is critical because of the next part, which is you get one of those sturdy bags and you put that in the litter box container. And I also used just like cardboard boxes too. You don't have to be super fancy. I would use cardboard boxes and the plastic liner, and I would change the plastic liner. I mean, ideally it would be like every week or something, but if you're scooping the litter every day and it's clumping litter, you can go a while, and then their little short claws won't be pulling it off or tearing big holes in it. You see? Yeah. And then I had a nice little setup with her too, because I called her Princess Little Paws. Or no, Princess, she did have little paws. She also was Princess Little Paws, but she was Princess Litter Paws because she would love to just fling litter, clean litter, but litter from her paws just after coming out of the litter box. So I also had a little scratching post right at the walkway to the litter box, so there was no way she wasn't like decontaminating outside of the litter box. I've seen the setups where they have to jump into the box and then jump out of the box, but I think that's kind of a barrier to them going to the bathroom. And especially for boy cats, you don't want there to be any barrier. And especially for like my girl Pickle, she was getting older, and I think she was starting to get a little bit arthritic. So and when that happens, if Kitty can't go in their box, they either hold it and they become uncomfortable, and that can lead to problems, or they find somewhere else to go. And that's not what you want, because you don't want the stinky house. You don't want the house that smells like pee. Now, I will preface this, or not even preface this, I will caveat this by saying that I have not personally had boy cats, and not also unneutered boy cats. I know that a natural part of their behavior is to scent mark, and that includes, like, they got their cheek scent glands, they got their paw scent glands, but they also have pee. And if you've ever seen, like, a tiger documentary or anything like that, that's how they communicate in the wild, you know, that's natural. Just like using their claws is natural, and they need 1 litter box per cat plus 1. And then I discovered that Pickle liked her plus 1 litter box to be on a different floor. So when she would come up the stairs, she would have an option there. Yeah, so I hope that helps if anyone is struggling. And of course, talk to your vet. Talk to your vet if you're really having a hard time, because one of the first signs of illnesses in cats is going outside of the litter box. I will say, you know, it's kind of sad, but it's also kind of nice. You gotta look at the positives. Like, one of the things that's been nice is I don't have a desert creature flicking sand all over the place, so I don't have to vacuum as often as I was. I don't randomly step on litter, you know, like, sometimes. But, you know, I'd still trade it. I'd still trade it to have Pickle happy and healthy in my life. But yeah, it's been going. Okay. School has also been going. This is a very intense time for us as students. We're going into our final year, and oh my gosh, look at all this. We're having to do a bunch of exams. One of our exams is like 40 tasks that we have to do, and each of the tasks has like a rubric that has like 30 things on it. It's just like, is this as short? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing it the long way again. Yeah, this is as short as we can go. Okay, that's fine. What am I doing? I don't know. Yeah, so it's just a very intense time, but it's going, you know, it'll be okay. This time will pass, and it's important, and it's all clinical stuff that's good to know. There are some things, I'm in the UK, so there are some things that are different, which can be frustrating, like certain tubes might be different colors, certain needles are different colors for their size, you know, because things are done based off of size, and so it can get a little frustrating. But it's okay. It's all a part of the learning process, which involves failing. And failure is a great teacher. And to be honest, I haven't failed all that much, but it doesn't matter, especially if you're like an little goody two-shoes overachiever like I was. No longer am. But yeah, any grade less than like A is just like, it's devastating. And then being a US kid in the UK is rough too, because their grading system is just like, just go ahead and knock 2 whole letter grades off of whatever you're used to getting. Because that's just how they do. We're sinking into the abyss. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that little piece of crud that I missed right there. Can't have that. Can't have that. How do we even get... How am I gonna... no. Can I bring a ladder up here? Oh, I can move... Yes. I can move you here. Could I put this on top? Can I? I don't... Oh? Oh? Where are we? Oh? Okay. Game did not like that I did that at all. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, just all this stuff. All this stuff that we're having to do. Learning and failing and growing as individuals and clinicians. So yeah, I forget what all I have this week. I'm kind of taking it a day at a time. I was very excited though because I haven't really done much surgery yet. This school isn't super heavy on surgery. The philosophy here is that your first employer will teach you, which is different than in the States where you get spay and neuter experience is kind of like a big part of the curriculum. So I got my first castrate experience this week, which was very cool. Not on a live patient, which is good. Maybe soon. I would really like to go to one of those spay and neuter clinics where they teach you the full thing. Unfortunately, the one that everyone knows about that's really good at what it does requires you to sign a liability waiver, releasing liability, which is a problem for, my school. And yeah, which is kind of understandable too, but also very frustrating, because there's all kinds of insurance involved and blah, blah, blah. You don't want to hear about that. But yeah, maybe once I graduate, I can do that. But it's tricky too, because once you're a veterinarian and no longer a student, you don't have certain protections, and the experiences that are available to you are different. Not impossible, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to learn, but there are barriers. There are barriers. I didn't learn the first time I did this, so I have to learn again. And that's okay. But yeah, so I got to castrate a little model. That was very educational. It's funny because you can watch these things on in the videos, and it's like, oh, that's really straightforward. You just clamp here, and you just ligate this, and then you cut, and then you close, and that's easy. And then you go to actually handle the tissue or the imitation tissue, and it's just like, this is the worst. This is, how do people actually do this? This does not behave in any way that I've experienced, and now I can't even get the testicle out. So I guess that's a fail. Oh yeah, so I just did the requirement for this thing, and I did it pretty early on, and just because it was one thing I wanted to knock out. We have all these group assignments that I don't have any control over, and my group hasn't even chosen a topic, and it's just, for someone with anxiety to be like a weekend to a group project and not even have the topic yet, it's kind of brutal. So this was something that I had control over, but I know I didn't do it perfectly, and right now I can name like 4 things that were like, shouldn't have done that, shouldn't have picked up the suture needle and thread with my fingers, should have picked it up with the needle holders. Yeah. Are they gonna fail me for that? Maybe. And if they fail me for that, then all of the tasks that I was just describing earlier, I have to redo those at another time. If I fail it for a second time, and you have to get like 6 out of 8 whole tasks on the day, you have to get them, you have to nail them. Otherwise, you fail again, and if you fail again, then you don't graduate, at least not with everybody else. No pressure. No pressure. So much pressure. But it's okay. It'll be okay. We have client volunteers who come in who act like, clients with their pets, and that's cool. We have experiences like that with communication and difficult conversations, and I'm learning so much. Glad I did this. Very lucky to be able to be here. Yeah. Anyway, how have you been? What's going on in your world, huh? Not in the world. I know what's going on in the world, and that is just... I mentioned in another video that I'm a veteran, and every day I look at the news and I just, sometimes you just gotta detach. You just gotta, because you can only control so much, and you can donate, and you can march, and you can write your senators and congresspersons as you should. And at the same time, there's only so much one person can do. And it's been really hard being here during all this and not in the States. I feel like I'm seeing it from afar. And there's I don't know how much I should talk about this. I guess I can, but there is a military base around here, and we'll hear in our neighborhood sometimes the Chinooks taking off and going and doing military exercises and stuff. And I used to be involved with military exercises, but now it's we have a war, and this is, please, no, I couldn't possibly put this ladder down. So now it's become more like I am permanently attached to this chair, or not this chair. I am attached to this chair. I need to adjust. Hold on. Okay. I like to sit on my feet, so anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we hear the Chinook sometimes, and it's like, are you going somewhere? Are you going somewhere? Somewhere big? Is the somewhere coming to us? How do I clean the top of the chum bucket hand? Which, by the way, I've never realized, is this... the chum bucket has had a hand on it. Is it a glove? Is it just like a... Do we know? Do we know the background behind the chum bucket? The actual bucket? I don't even know if we know the background behind the pineapple. The pineapple should have eroded by now. Is the pineapple actually meant to be like a coral? Okay, here we go. We're gonna... Yes, it's important to make the noise. If you don't make the noise, you won't be able to reach places in life. I can crouch. Oh. Okay. Look at the jellyfish back there. They're like clipping into the sand and also fighting or playing. Yeah, what is this? What is with this hand here? Oh, I'm stuck. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Jump, jump, jump. Please, please. What am I stuck on? Whoa, we're floating. Okay. This is fine. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, is this meant to be the hopper? These circles? What could the hopper be? I almost said Tigger. That is wrong animation. Wrong era. Gosh, when was the first Winnie the Pooh made? Was that like... Is that like the 50s probably? Probably. Not the cartoon series, but the actual book. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Did I bring real world conversation into this? I'm sorry. We're not doing that. We're escaping from that right now. We're escaping. Okay. This is like a veiny hand. Why? What is going on? Are these cuts on the hand? Are these wrinkles in a glove? It's wrinkles in a glove, right? Like this is a glove, but it's like... Why? Why is it a glove? It's a chum bucket. Okay, so it's... Okay, so here's what it is. A chum bucket fell over a ship, and the fisher person still had their glove on, and it became detached. The glove, that is. Oh, have you guys ever seen a degloving? It is horrific. Horrific. But apparently very easy to reattach, relatively. If you don't know what a degloving is, don't worry about it. Don't look it up. You don't want to do that. But you also don't want to be operating heavy machinery with like a ring on or something. Don't do that either. Okay. What? Chum bucket upper rim. Where? Where's the upper rim dirty? Where? Show me. Nice. Yes. I did not come prepared with like happy news. Well, I guess that's okay, right? You don't have to be happy and whatever all the time. It's okay. Oh my god, just please get on the scaffold. Where are you still dirty? Oh, I see. Oh, it would help if I had the right tools for the job. Extra long. Yes. Oh, satisfying. Oh, satisfying. Oh, look at that schmutz. Wow, knocking it out. We're at 99% cleaned. Oh my gosh. Okay. We must finish this. We must find the Krabby Patty mobile. Chum bucket doors? Doors. 0 out of 2 for the doors. Oh. No, we got the extra long, like 2 feet in front of us. Okay. Oh, double doors. We did it, okay. Handle pins. Oh, these are, this is a handle pin? Handle pin. That handle pin is clean. Oh, I'm gonna need to get the scaffolding, aren't I? Oh, maybe not. Let me now switch. There's a cool marine mammal medic course that I wanted to take, but the timing didn't quite work out. But it's funny, apparently you you get a wetsuit or a dry suit, which I don't have. I haven't gotten like scuba certified or anything, but that would be really cool to do. Once again, I'm like 2 feet away, and like apparently at some points, what am I trying to do? Oh yeah, there we go. You have a mannequin of like a whale or a dolphin, and you're, you know, trying to do emergency medicine on a marine mammal, and so you're in the sea and then you're pulling it out of the sea or something. I don't know, I haven't gone, I don't know. Door handles on the crusty car. Oh, we did the chum bucket. Okay, yay. Okay, we will go back over there. Okay. And people get concerned, like they think there's an actual whale stranding or something happening, which is good that they call it in, but I just think that's kind of cute. Would love to do it. Don't think I have the time, unfortunately, or the resources. Wetsuits and dry suits are expensive. I think you can rent them though. There's also a really cool thing that just started in town here. I forget what it's called, but it's like a thing library, if you've ever seen those. I feel like that would be something that's in Portland. Maine or Oregon, I feel like. Where you just, yeah, you like rent things. A thing library. Yes, yes. Where are you dirty still? Oh, I gotta crouch down. So yeah, maybe there's a wetsuit or a dry suit in there. That might be interesting. You think? I haven't seen one in the thrift stores I've been in, the charity shops I've been in, but I imagine it's a high commodity. It's funny that even though the water is super duper cold, like there are still people who do what they call wild swimming out here. They just go into the water. That's what they call wild swimming. I'm not shitting on it. I think it's cool. Just like our differences, our little differences between our countries. But yeah, I imagine that there's somewhere out there. I can't sprint with this in my hand. Second-hand wet and dry suit. I don't know if that's something exactly that you want. Oh, dumpster wheels, roof planks, weather vane. Okay. Yes. Oh, the wheels. How could I have forgotten the dumpster wheels? That just reminded me of something that I was forced to call myself in boot camp, which is dumpster juice. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I'm trying to hit C. I always forget that C is the stabilizing. That was all of the dumpster wheels I had to do. Okay, roof planks. Oh yeah, you gotta call yourself all kinds of crazy. You gotta scream all kinds of crazy stuff in boot camp. Okay. Please. What was I just saying? What was I talking? I don't know. I just, I went off on a bit of a. There's the weather vane. I see you. Bah. I'm not a pro gamer, okay? I was about to say this is not indicative of my skill at games, but it kind of is. If you've seen me play any platformer, this is where I'm at, and that's okay. It's okay. Oh, you know what I've been wanting to play? I made a joke on one of my Slay the Spire videos because, but I don't think I published it because the audio was all wrong and just let. Anyways, that Slay the Spire is like Math Blaster for adults. Like it makes you learn your times tables again and math on the fly, which I really love. Actually, I really love that. And so I looked up Math Blaster again, and it's free to play. I think I might just start playing it because you really need math. Math is so important, and if you don't use it, it's like a language where you just you forget, use it or lose it. You're gonna be dirty on the top, aren't you? I keep hitting caps lock. It's gonna mess me up later. Whoa. Okay. Yes. One more roof planks. Nuh-uh. Uh-uh. I don't see any. Did you see? Did you see one that had yellow in it still? Which roof plank? Where is it? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Where? Here? Probably. Yeah. Oh, there it is. You see it? I saw it. Oh. Oh, yes. Whichever one this one is. We did it! I'm a clapper, by the way, and so I'm like clapping in your face, but only because the microphone is in my clapping range. Job complete. Oh, look at that. Get out of there. Oh, I forgot we're a fish. We're a fish person. Wow, beautiful. Yay, we did it. Sweet mother of the mother of pearl, you've saved the day, so ye have. And just in time for opening hour. I'll pays you straight away, so you don't you worry about money. I've already taken it out of Squidward's wages. Say, you haven't seen me cook, have ye? Young SpongeBob's gone missing, and these patties ain't gonna flip themselves. I don't know what accent that was. It just, you know, it was an accent. Alright, that's probably good for today. My Sunday scaries are feeling a little less scary. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope it's the Krabby Patty Mobile. That would be pretty exciting. Okay, bye.